All right, all right. Yes, y'all, and you don't stop. Welcome back. So, I took the time to listen to Marshall Mathers, aka Eminem, the Death of Slim Shady album. I took the time to listen to it. And first of all, I'm kind of biased a little bit. I'm not a huge Eminem fan. He is a lyricist. He's an MC. He represents the culture. I've heard him shout out some serious people. He's done a few things throughout his career where I said, okay, he definitely respects the culture to a degree. He definitely respects the culture, you know. So I said, okay, he respects the art, and he's an artist. So I went on and I listened to the album twice. Listened to it 2 times. The one song I really don't like, I don't like that single that he put out, Houdini. The video's creative, I get it. It's creative. It's definitely creative. The album overall, when I listen to it, I gotta say, it's solid. It's a solid banging album. Will I buy it and will this something I will be listening to all the time? I'm not sure, but it is some tracks on there. It's banging. I gotta give it up. I can't do that to him. If it was whack, I say it, but he definitely handled his business on there. I'm not a super fan of his flow a lot of the times when he get too ribbity-dibbity. When he's not doing that and it's a little slower, when he's in a more of a slower pocket, just a little slower, and he's spacing his words out a little more, he's dope. He's dope. I can't really knock on the flow. He puts the effort and work into it. It's creative, man. This album, it's like he's battling himself in a couple of the joints. I'm like, okay, this is dope. So it's like the Death of Slim Shady, which he's going at himself, going at his old self, because it's creative, man. I gotta give it up to him on that. He has this song, one of my favorite tracks on there. Well, actually a skit. It's a skit called Trouble, where he's in this pocket of flow and the beat is dope. Like, the production was real dope on that one. This is called Trouble. It's a skit. That flow, if he did a lot of that, it'd be dope. But like I said, even without doing those type of flows where it's just a little bit slower and he's really just hitting you with boom, 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 and it's not too fast and it's not too layered and just technical. When he is being technical, he's super creative, but it's just something that's just hard to listen to all the time. I don't know how people can do it, though. People do. I went in his comments, man. They are all in there. People, his fan base is heavy. They in there. So, but yeah, that's then the song. Well, yeah, the skit called Trouble. There's a song called Fuel with this guy named Jid, J-I-D. That's one of my favorite ones on there. I was surprised. I was shocked. Like, yo, this is dope. It's a banging album. Production was tight on most of them. Like nothing garbage. I can't say any garbage production was on there. The beats were solid. Not typically my flavor of beats. I like soul-based samples. I like chops. It's a little more electronic stuff, but it hits. It hits the modern sound. It's pretty. It was dope. It was solid though. And then the other thing, his rhymes, he's on brand. It's on brand for what he does. He actually made me laugh a couple times. He was taking jabs at people. He was dissing some people. The dude, he's nice, man. I'm with Lord Jamal, that's my guy, but he brings something to the table with it, you know. He's definitely a guest. He's a guest in the House of Hip Hop. You know, he even said it, you know, but he's a pretty good guest. He's a pretty good guest. Like I said, not my flavor overall, but I give him props and credit on this album. Yeah, he took a shot at Ja Rule. He took a shot at what's his name? Kendrick. He just rolled them all up into a ball. I think he did a little shot at Jay-Z, Diddy. He had, yeah. He did his thing. He's on brand though. It's all on brand for what he does. He was hitting a couple different styles too, where he was doing his technical stuff. I heard him slow it down. I heard him do a few different things on there that I liked. So, and all the features were solid, man. And one song, Toby, that's a new single. That was dope. With Big Sean on it. It's dope, man. So, Guilty Conscience 2, that's another favorite of mine, where he's battling himself, or he's battling Slim Shady. Like, he's playing with that whole thing. And yeah, just a good project, man. He has another song on there called Temporary, where he has little recordings from his daughter put in there. I thought that was cool. It was kind of like a song to his daughter. It was pretty cool. It was dope. It was dope. But then he has a song Lucifer. Then he followed up with Antichrist, where he goes into those, just different, those kind of things. Like people say all that dark stuff about him. So this is where it keeps fueling that flyer that he's into some darker stuff. So those two songs were on there. Then with the album itself, I remember when that single came out, Houdini, I was like, I ain't like that whole Guess Who's Back Again stuff. I ain't like that single when it first came out. But the rollout for it was dope. Similar to the way, ain't the same. It's just a different rollout. The way Common and Pete Rock, they kept hitting you. They kept hitting you. But now with his the overall campaign for this, the Death of Slim Shady, from the first video up to now, it's on point. It's on point. So yeah, I gotta give this out of 5 out of the mics. If it's 1 through the 5 mic rating system, like out of the source, I'll give this. This is hard. Let me see. Because you got to think who got those 5 mic albums are hard. And I'm trying to be fair. I'm being fair. This is, to me, 4 mics. Overall album, concept, put together, lyrics, beats, is 4. It's a solid hard 4. Solid hard 4. Solid hard 4. Because I was entertained, man. Like I said, I listened to it twice, went through it twice. I was entertained from beginning to end. I was entertained. It wasn't a moment where I said, It was a couple. It's not even really a couple. It was solid all the way through, man. He was bringing it. But it can't be 5 just because of some of those flows. The rhymes are good. It's just some of it's just not my flavor. And that's just my own personal taste, but. Overall, shout out to him, man. It's a good album. He gonna definitely do this. He always do numbers. I mean, he sell in the millions every time. He got a fan base that's crazy, like I said. So they're gonna be there for it. But just sitting with it and just listening to it twice, like, let me give it a chance. I had to give it a chance. Like sometimes you skip something. Like I ain't even want to listen, but I gave this a chance as a hip hop head. Shout out to him, man. They did. I think Dre did some music on there. He shouted out Dre a few times. Like I said, Houdini is probably the only song I don't really like that one. It's more radio friendly. It's just, I don't like that one. But everything else, man, he goes there. It's on point. It's on point. His features, all the features were dope, man. I'm like, these dudes is nice. I think there a couple of Detroit dudes that he got on there. But like I said, one of my favorite tracks is the song Fuel, and then Trouble, which is a skit, which I wish was a full song. Trouble is just dope. Trouble was dope. So Guilty Conscience 2 was dope. Yeah. But it's all on brand stuff for Eminem. Like, he's creative. Like, you listen, he's creative. I gotta give it up to him. Gotta give it up to him. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of his, but as a hip hopper, I gotta give it up to him, man. He did his thing on there. He did his thing. So wow, I was like, wow, because he kept hitting them with bangers. They were bangers. Some dope songs, man. I ain't got nothing bad to say. Nothing bad to say. So he talked about being in that top 5 that he don't get mentioned, and he said he slayed some of those who are mentioned on their own, So I was like, all right, yeah, he goes there, man. He can do it. He can do his thing. He's a hip hop dude, man. So, and then here's what. So as I'm listening, and I'm like, oh, this is dope. Let me go through a quick little search. I threw in, just threw them into Google, and I saw. I get records. I saw a piece of vinyl. I like, is this a record I want to get? There's a limited edition on the website with an alternate cover that's limited. And, there's limited covers. Those are the ones. I was like, you know what? I don't know. I ain't sure yet. I may end up grabbing it on 12. I mean, I never purchased an Eminem project. He's been on stuff like back in the old days when he was like just coming out. He was on a lot of features, a lot of Raucous Records stuff. He was on a lot of underground projects that I like, but I never could buy it. It was never nothing. I was like, I don't know. I would stream it and hear stuff like, okay, when he was battling and his recovery album and Real Slim Shady, all that stuff. Like okay, but yeah, this might be one just for that limited one. I like the limited editions. I may grab that. This will be the first time I ever bought an Eminem record, but yeah, man. Shout out to him, man. He's about it. He's about the real deal. He flows. He not slacking. Like I could tell he really writes. He's a writer. Like he don't play around with this. And I do respect him for that. Like, there's a lot of people that get on, they get famous, and then they just dilly-dallying around. He's not messing around. So, shout out to Eminem for that, for taking it seriously and, being creative. So, but yeah, that vinyl. If I get the vinyl, it said this vinyl ain't shipping until October. So, it'll be cooler then, because I got something recently and it was warped because of the heat. But anyway, I ain't gonna keep you too long. Just wanted to let you know my thoughts on the death of Slim Shady. Wow. 4 mics. I'll give it 4 out of 5. I'll give it 4 out of 5 as a hip hop record, as a rap record. He's rapping. The features are dope. Song concept, the whole rollout, layout, the campaign. It's all dope. So I'll leave it at that. All right, y'all. Catch you on another one. I'm out. And you don't stop. Peace.